Welcome to the Properties to Profit podcast. I'm Michael, your host. Excited to share with you my journey from a six-figure job to building a successful real estate business. Each episode will explore various aspects of real estate investing, from wholesaling and flipping to managing rentals. I'll share the lessons and insights I've gained, aiming to help you avoid mistakes and achieve your financial goals. Expect guest experts, valuable tips, and practical advice to guide you on your own real estate journey. Thank you for tuning in. If you find any value in this podcast, please subscribe, share, and follow me on social media. Let's turn properties into profits together. Hey guys, Michael here with Properties Profit. And today, in dealing with sellers and things that happen in the real estate transaction, especially when you're dealing with direct to seller, it's not uncommon for a seller to say, I already have the house on contract. And there's two things I want you to be kind of wary of here is when you hear that, it may or may not be the truth. And we're going to talk through how do we break down this conversation with the seller and determine if it is the truth or not, because we don't want to step on another buyer's toes, right? And become intentionally interfering with their contract. But at the same time, we want to make sure we're actually able to help these sellers. And sometimes they're just throwing up smoke screens. And if we aren't overcoming these smoke screens that they're throwing up, we're not truly serving our sellers at our best interest, right? We're not actually helping them with what they need done, which is to sell their house and move on to a much better situation. And of course, if we do our job right, most people won't actually sell their house. There's another solution. So we're going to walk through what to do. So the first thing I want to know is if a seller says, hey, I have my house in contract, we're going to say something along the lines like, whoa, look, congratulations. I totally understand. Just to be clear, you've already signed an agreement with another buyer. What we're hoping that they do is, A, they confirm it with conviction. If they confirm it with conviction, I'm probably moving on and saying, hey, congratulations. That's so exciting. When are they supposed to close? I'm hanging on those points. But a lot of times when you ask that direct question to a seller, they're going to like teeter-tatter a little bit. They're going to, and they're not going to be able to do all that. And if that's the case, I'm going to double down on this. I'm going to go into it. It's like, when you say contract, is it an offer? Or did you actually sign the paper? Was it verbal? And then they'll either tell me yes or no, and I'm going to keep going. I'm going to ask about the terms if it's signed, right? If there's any teeter-tottering, I'm asking, okay, all right, I'm so excited that you have this thing signed. Can you tell me about when the closing date is? Can't close me the closing date. I'm getting more concerned. How much EMD did the buyer put down? And between you and I, Mr. Seller, or Mrs. Seller, on a scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you that they're going to sell? Or they're going to buy your house? How confident are you that they're actually going to perform? What this is going to do is give you insight to like, how is the seller feeling about the situation that they say they're in? If they say, hey, yeah, they're confirming double down, great, not much you can do. But what you can do is say, hey, I understand real estate transactions go wrong all the time. Deals fall apart. Buyer can't close. Buyer doesn't actually have money. I want you to know we would be a suitable backup plan. So if at any reason the buyer doesn't perform, tries to renegotiate, you've got me here ready to step in. If they call you and try to renegotiate, make sure you call me first before you sign any documents, and we'll walk you through what we could do so you don't get pigeonholed into something. On the flip side, I'm going to touch base with you every couple of days. Just make sure that they're still holding your hand like they promised you. And if at any point they're not, you let me know, and we'll see what we can do to help you get across the finish line. My goal isn't necessarily that I get you out of contract with them. My goal is that you actually get your house closed on, whether it's with me or someone else. And that only works if you genuinely mean that. You have to be sincere. We actually here at my company, my home buying company, Oasis Home Buyers, we mean that. We do not care if you sell us your home. We know someone else is going to call in tomorrow and we're going to get a contract. We almost average a contract a day with 2 salespeople. We get 20 plus contracts every month with 2 closers. And until 4 weeks ago, we had no follow-up specialists. And so we know we can get to 30. And so like we've got contracts. We're good to go. We just want to help sellers and help our communities that we serve. And if they're hemming and hawing at any point at that point too, and they're worried and they're doubling down like, I'm not sure they're going to close, why don't you send me over a contract? And let's see at this. Let me see if I know this buyer. Let me see if I can make a call to them and make sure that they're actually going to close. And then what we're doing is building trust with the seller. Even if they do close and things go well, which is what we're actually hoping for, because we're not hoping that we get more discreditability in our market as wholesalers or single family home buyers, right? We want whatever contract they're in to actually close on, because that's what's best for the industry and best for the seller. We just don't want to be taken advantage of. So we'll review their contracts. We'll call the other buyer, make sure that they actually are buying. Or if it's a company that I've dealt with before, there's like my buddies Josh and Tiff over at Heels Homes. I'm like, oh yeah, you're good with them. What price did you get it at? I know what they buy at, so they'll give me the price. I'm like, I'm very confident they're gonna buy. I'll shoot them a text and make sure that nothing's come up. And what do you know? They close, and then they get a 5-star review because we backed them up, and that's what it's about. But you want to be there just in case. You do all these extra steps just in case the buyer missteps. The buyer starts dragging their feet. Every day, good business owners run into problems that they can't control. And you want to be there to catch that seller if that happens. It's a missed opportunity. So make sure you keep the follow-up tight. Make sure you check in days before the closing date. Remember, it's your job to be professional, not pushy. I just want to check in. How are things going? How are you feeling? Are you still on track to close? Ask these questions. If they hesitate, start showing doubt, ask, have you had any conversations? How do those conversations go? See what they can give you. At the end of the day, the bottom line, what we're looking for, you're looking to confirm they actually have a contract. There's a lot of people who just give verbals, and the sellers may or may not know that what the difference between a verbal and a written contract is. We want to find out who the actual buyer is. If you're someone who, like me, does deals in your market, you're going to know who the actual buyers are. And if you don't, you want to look them up, because there may be someone you don't know for the most part, right? If you can add another good buyer to your list, that helps you. You position yourself with this reliable backup, you'll get deals, especially if you have someone on your team. Follow up with them on a consistent basis and lead with a service heart. Be there to help them when they need it. Don't worry about actually closing on the house. Be there to help the seller solve their problem. If you can do this, you'll go far. You'll be the first one to catch that ball when it's dropped, and it'll help you take in otherwise dead leads that most real estate investors miss. Don't miss on these. These are great golden opportunities, and build trust in the community. Because at the end of the day, if you're the one checking in with them on a daily basis, even after you've been told they're in contract, you'll be the one who gets the referral later down the road. And it's a great way to still get a 5-star review. They'll tell everyone in the world that I did not do business with this person, but this person treated me with respect and did everything in their power to help close out my deal today, and I did not do business with them. That says a lot about your character, and that says a lot in this ever-changing AI world where you can just ask AI who this person is or who this company is, and it's going to know something about you. Would you rather say good things or bad things? You're in control of that, and this is one way to have more people say good things about you, even if you didn't do business with them. Hope that helps. If you found any value, shoot me a message on Instagram, realestatemic02. Thank y'all. Thank you for listening to the Properties to Profit podcast. I hope you found today's episode valuable. If you enjoy the show, please subscribe and share it with others who might benefit. Follow me on social media for more updates and tips. Until next time, keep turning properties into profits.